to this episode of Purple Pride. I'm your host, Jaleesa Whiting. On this episode, we'll be looking into National Broadcast Society, or NBS, chapter here at SFA. With me is my guest, Crystal Davis, the president of this chapter at SFA. How are you today?
I'm doing great, thank you.
That's good. So tell us about you. Tell us why you decided to join NBS and what it's like.
Okay. Well, first, I came, freshman year, I went to one of the meetings, and they really talked about the whole idea of the conventions that they have. Like, they mentioned LA and New York. So when I heard about that, that automatically sparked interest. So, and the fact just also that it's a national organization, which means it's like being a member of it, you know, I can use that towards my advantage. And then also with networking opportunities that they've presented, and then they also have guest speakers that come out. So just all in hand, overall, just what they kind of gave me and just the insight of how it can benefit me, especially being a radio TV major. I just thought it was just the best thing to get involved in.
Okay, so explain to us what exactly NBS is. Like, what all goes into NBS? What do y'all do? How, like, what is the process of being an NBS? And basically a big definition of NBS.
Right, a big definition. Okay, well, really, National Broadcast Society is the Arrow chapter, and basically it's an opportunity for radio, TV majors and minors to get involved on campus and to network. And basically with that, like I said, with the conventions and everything that they have, it just gives students the opportunity to reach out and maybe contact those that, you know, are already in the industry. And then it gives people, well, students, just a chance to kind of see what all is out there. So if you're a journalism major, then it's like, you know, they have some PR people. I know when we went to LA, they had people out there from like different companies. And they also have anchors, and then there's weather stuff. And then also along with that, we've gone on regional conventions, which is just like within our area, and that's like Texas and Oklahoma and Louisiana, and just our whole cluster, like we're able to just get together and then have like a smaller meetup, you know, and just have panel discussions and things like that, to where we just get a better insight of like what's out there and just what we should do, you know, as students to help prepare ourselves. So
that sounds really interesting and really educational for, you know, your average, or not average, but your radio, TV major, your broadcast major. You mentioned y'all went to California. What was that? That obviously wasn't a regional, but
yeah, that was one of the national conventions. That was, it's like a couple years ago. Not old, but it was my sophomore year. It was me and a few other people. We went out there, and basically we were able to network and meet with different people from like the agencies out there. And then also we got to sightsee and everything. It was my first time going, so I really enjoyed that. And I would have to say, like, the best thing about going out there was just the fact that I was able to meet with people from other schools. And that's like one advantage also of being NBS. You can meet and network. Yeah, make connections, because then it's like those people that you meet, you can contact with them later. You know, you just catch up, you know, see what they're doing and, you know, where they ended up going, because it's like you get to learn everybody's skills and aspects of, you know, what they do and like what they do at their school. So it's kind of, you learn from them, and then you can like bring that back. And I know like a few people that we ran into, we were able to keep up with, and we ran into them again at the next convention we went to. So we were always, you know, you get really close with the people there. And I would just say like that's a main thing, like main opportunity is just the fact that you get to meet other people your age, and then you see like the whole networking aspect. And then also, I guess like at the convention you see producers and writers, and you kind of do like a little speed dating type thing, but it's like different areas from like all over the area.
It seems really interesting. It seems like you really get to market yourself and get to know other people. So if you do happen to move to California, Mississippi, Atlanta, whatever, you've known people who you met years ago and you have those connections. That's really cool. What was the last convention that you guys went on?
This last past recent convention was at Washington, D.C. I wasn't able to go to that one, but I know, like, from other members, what they did say was just the fact that they were able to, again, network, and they also got to see, like, different areas. They had tours for them to go see the different news stations, and I know Laura, she's one of our members, she was able to go and meet up with another group, and then they went together and they invited them to go on a tour. So again, and that's like with her, like that's her connections that she's kept with from the past conventions. So she was able to get with those people, and then also we had one of our new members go. So it was just a great opportunity, you know, for them to be able to do that, because it's like, you know, you never know, like just how many people you'll have going.
That's great for later on in life. It really is.
Yeah.
Well, now we have a clip from the members of NBS on one of the trips they took last month in Washington, D.C.
You got hit by all that snow just a couple weeks ago?
Actually, I work for a news station down there, and man, it was 19 inches of snow in 24 hours.
And they weren't expecting it. They were thinking it was going to go up to Kansas.
No, what normally happens is, oh, we're going to have a big storm, and it either misses us or something, but nope, it hit us pretty dead in center. 19 inches in 24 hours, and pretty much the entire panhandle was shut down completely.
That is great. All right, wait, let me say hi to, yes, you're in here. You have an incredible voice.
Thank you very much.
Can you just say Flash Phelps on Sirius XM?
Flash Phelps on Sirius XM.
Boy, we should get that guy. How about that? That is really good. And what's your name?
My name is Enrique Josephs Jr. from Bloomsburg University of Pennsylvania in the middle of nowhere, Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania.
That's not really. It's right on 80. It's not a...
So you understand? You understand?
Yeah, I used to work in St. Mary's, Pennsylvania. One of my first radio stations was up in your area.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, and they actually made me change my name. I had always been Flash Phelps, but they made me Clark Ingram. Yeah, and that was a famous guy who had worked in Pittsburgh. And guess what happened? He came back, found out I was using his name, knocked on my door, and said, "Are you Clark Ingram?" I said, "Yeah." He goes, "Well, so am I."
Did that go over well?
It actually did. We're friends, and he actually hired me in Rochester, New York, right after that.
As Clark Ingram?
No, as Flash Phelps. That's a story. That's a great story. Hey, thanks for coming in here at 60.
Okay, so I heard that y'all went to Raycom Media and had like a big panel discussion. Tell us about that. What was that like?
Okay, that was really this past February, this semester, we were able to do a panel discussion with Raycom Media. They came out here and they were at the Student Center, and it was like different people from sales, marketing, news, and like the engineering aspects that is in the industry, because they're like one of the top markets that branch off, really of other news stations like KTRE. They're affiliate of the whole Raycom Media. So it's like a big, it's kind of serious when they come out here. So we had a good turnout. It was a lot of students that came, and we had like a big crowd. And basically, they kind of talked about, how they got to where they were. And then also they talked about, us as students, what we should do, like things just to look up and just to be aware of. And then also when we came back, we came here, and they kind of branched off, had their own rooms. So for students like juniors and seniors, they were allowed to go to those people and talk with them, get more information and learn more about, their area, specifically like where they work, so they could go to marketing, sales, news, stuff like that. So, I mean, for me personally, I went to marketing.
Yeah.
So I really enjoyed that. The guy, he was funny, he was real laid back, and he really, they just kept it real. So, and that's one thing you learn, like when you meet these people, is like they're really honest with you. They want you to succeed as much as they do because they've been in our position. So it's kind of like you get that feedback and you kind of know, okay, well, if he was able to do it, I can too. And it, it just motivates you even more when you have people like that come out and speak to you.
That sounds very like encouraging and very motivating. That's really cool. You said you went off and you branched off with marketing. So what do you want to do in marketing? Like, what exactly is it that you see yourself doing in the future?
Well, it's kind of like, it's like a combination. I really like videography, but the main thing, I guess, like with the marketing aspect, what I've learned just from taking classes is I like the the whole production side, and then like the promotions and just how they advertise and the way they get their, you know, message out. Like it's so many different ways you can go about, you know, getting your point across, getting whatever you're trying to sell out there. So it's just like, you know, being able to have that feedback and just know, like, you know, how he did it. And it's like he wasn't necessarily heading that way, but he ended up getting there and he enjoyed it. And it's just, I can see that, you know. So it kind of just pushed me to just want to be able to go ahead and, you know, let's see. Yeah, like,
it was motivating.
Yeah, it was motivating. So I kind of took the initiative and just kind of really worked, you know, hard with everything that I'm doing, just so I can know, like, what exactly it is I need to get to be at that level.
That's like that's really good. Like I'm so happy for you. It's crazy just how much stuff you learn in radio, TV. You would just think, if you know, outside looking in, oh, it's just radio and TV. There's nothing more to it, but like marketing, you know, it's just so much that goes into it, and it's so cool to see that not everybody wants to do radio. Not everybody wants to be in front of camera. Not everybody wants to, you know, do the other things, but all the behind the scenes stuff. It's just cool to see that. How long has MBS been on SFA's campus?
Well, I mean, I've been here, I don't know exactly, but I know it's been around for a while. So I would say like more than 10 years at least, because I know we've had just stuff that we have from like the 90s, like we have like tapes and stuff like that, and just different pamphlets I know that we've gotten just from then. So I know it's been a while back, and just looking at photos, I can tell like it's been around. I can't say an exact like how many years, but I know it's been around for at least a decade at the most, because of just what all I've seen, and then just from what I hear from Dr. Greeley and Miss Williford, about the past and like stuff that they've done. So it's been here a while.
Okay. Do you have to be a member? Like, do you have to be a radio TV major to join MBS?
Yeah, if you want to be a part of the organization, you have to be a radio TV major or minor. But if you want, you can also just join, or you can just come to a meeting. If you are, you know, if you aren't a member, you can do that as well.
Okay. Well, thank you, Crystal. It was nice having a conversation with you about this.
You're welcome.
Well, that's it for today on Purple Pride. If you want to know more information about National Broadcast Society, visit www.mbs-air-rho.org. I'd like to thank my guest, Crystal Davis, for coming over, and you viewers for watching. That's it for Purple Pride. Remember to always ask some jacks. To love